Good morning, everyone. It's High Priestess Jamila, and I'm here to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Before I get started, I'm gonna play a little bit of music though to give you guys a few minutes to get up in here because we gotta talk about this, y'all. Okay. You were my sister, my strength, and my pride. Only God made know why. Still, I will get by. You would know that you had to go so suddenly, so fast. How could it be? Those sweet memories will be all that we have left. Now that you're gone, every day I go on, but life's just not the same. I'm so empty inside, and my tears I can't hide. But I'll try to face the pain. If I'm missing you, I'll find a way to get through. Living without you, you were my sister, my strength, and my crown. Only God made know why. Still, I will get back. Excuse me. We could have shared the time was on our side. Now that you're gone, I can still feel you there. So I'll survive every tear I cry. Though I'm missing you, I'll find a way to go through. Living without you. You are my sister, my strength and my pride. Only God may know why. Still love you never. But the cost is too bad. Run away for my day. See you again. See you If y'all could please hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Let me get to my chat. Yes. Treat you like you're nothing when you're worth more than gold. Girl, me like a diamond. I love the way you shine. $100 million treasure. I'll give the world to make you mine. I'm ministering with girls right at hand. But you're gonna pitch up just like sand. Outside in the rain, we can do it all night. I'll touch all the places it would not. And some he never knew would get you high. Nothing is forbidden when we touch. Baby, I wanna do all of the things you may wanna do. I'll do them for you. Oh, baby, I wanna do take you all on my cruise. And you got just get it. Cause we got a lot to look forward to. One, two, what you gonna do? What good is a diamond nobody can see? I hear you got your locked down, but I got the master key. I love that part of that song because Joe is coming to do all the things that your man won't do. All right, I'm done listening to subliminal music, y'all. Let's talk about what we're gonna talk about today. This is High Priestess Jamila. Thank you for the thumbs up. Y'all are welcome to chat or comment on this subject. I think that this subject is discussed rarely. And I hope that my sound is okay because I swear this particular webcam that I'm using, I'm not really happy with the sound. And we actually have a microphone, but I don't know. Like so please forgive if the sound is not the best, okay? I've noticed that no one has really complained about it, but I can hear it. And I noticed that it's a little bit better when I'm up close to the thing. So I have it literally up to my mouth like a microphone right now. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I want to talk about something, and it's all about protecting your sexual energy and your Venus. And I want to talk about love and sex and how certain energies can affect certain people. How do I begin? I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to say this. I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to articulate this, but y'all know this is good. So let me just say this. If you have a sexual partner or a romantic partnership where your lover is unaffected by destructive outside influences and forces, because there are many. There are many. Drugs, alcohol, drama, a lot of stuff going on in the world, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. So here's what I noticed. I noticed that people in general are divided when it comes to people have their own sexual preferences. Okay, so sexual preference is not just if you're choosing to be with the same sex or a different sex. Some people have certain sexual preferences. All the way down to the skin tone of the person that they want to be with, of the person that they are attracted to, okay? And so there's even we're all affected by energies and vibrations, okay? And so if you have a love partnership that vibrates very high vibrationally, and there are no outside influences that matter, okay? And so you and your romantic partner, you're vibrating so high together that certain things that might be a turn off will not affect your sexual partner. Okay, certain things that can be a turn off for certain people. Okay, there's other things that would be a turn off for some people. People tick differently, right? So a big sexual turn off for me personally is whoremongering. It's a turn off. It's a sexual turn off for me. It is. I don't want to wake up in the morning and listen to somebody talk about somebody sleeping around, spreading herpes, spreading AIDS. That's not the topic of the discussion that is going to be turning anybody on. If you are a person that values monogamy, hearing about somebody sleeping around can be a turnoff. It can be a turnoff, can't it? If you notice, for some reason, when the whoremongering brigade energy comes through, it seems as though all of a sudden, and you know what, you shouldn't take it personally. All of a sudden, the people that you know that are vibrating high, they're kind of not thinking about sex. Now it's war. They're not thinking about sex. All of a sudden, because it's such a turnoff, right? It's a turnoff. When you think about it, if you are a person like me that values monogamy and you don't sleep around, and you don't sleep around for a reason, you just don't do it. Okay, you can even be a nude model, but you just don't sleep around. You just sleep with one person at a time. It's not two or three. You're not traveling cross country to have sex with people. You know, you're at home. You're relaxed. You're not, your panties aren't in a bunch. You're balanced. You're doing your thing. You're vibrating high. You and your man are vibrating high. You're manifesting money together through your sex magic because you think highly of yourself. You value yourself. That's the reason why you don't sleep around, right? It is. That's how we see it. See, I'm a Cancer, and I don't know if the way that I feel has to do with being a Cancer, but so when that energy comes through, the sexual energy could shift even in your relationship. This is the reason why if your husband is online watching porn, you may not be happy in your relationship if he doesn't know how to balance it. Then, I think that for me, that what, was coming at my Venus was this weird, and it feeds, of course, it feeds off of the Venus energy of a mother. It's not just that, it's all of a sudden they're talking about pedophilia, huh? Now we all really turned off. Now we're questioning life. We're suicidal. We're like, wow, these people really exist. And our children are vulnerable to them, susceptible. We got to watch our children. They can't go outside. They got to stay in the house. Then, not to mention, the kids are in the house more often now because of the corona. So everything is a turnoff all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? It's a turnoff. This is the reason why when a woman falls in love, she tends to keep her slutty friends away from her man. She don't even want to talk about it. She's not going to come home from work, or when he come home from work, she's not going to have a discussion with him about any of her slutty friends, or maybe even if she had a slutty past, she's not going to discuss that with her man because she knows that that's going to leave his penis flaccid. It's a turnoff. So this is what we're talking about today, protecting your sexual energy and your Venus. You want to vibrate very high and value yourself, and you want to be with a partner that values his self. You want the sexual energies flowing between the two of you to be the way that it's the way that it is, however it is. Okay. That's what you want. You want the connection, you want the passion. It seems like when this whoremongering energy moves in, I'm wondering if it's sucking up the sexual energy and then trying to use it. I don't know, because and y'all know what I'm talking about. There go my sis. Sis, you've been married for a few years. Okay? You've been married for a couple of years now. Do you bring your slutty, confused friends around your husband? Is that something that you just, oh, I want to do that. Let's mess everything up. Let's just screw it all up. Everybody's sexual energy is whack right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this phone. So listen, exactly. Me neither, because what it ends up doing is creating this, it can. And see, I'm glad that my sexual partner is stronger than that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're if that energy moves in and then all of a sudden your man's penis is flaccid, there's a problem, isn't it? And see, a lot of women would say, "Oh, what the sexual energy between us went flat because you want her." Not necessarily. If he wanted somebody like her, he would be with her and not you. You see what I'm saying? But that energy will, like, it just seems to suck at your Venus. And see, guys, I've been talking to y'all about the need to for doing these planetary cleanses and stuff. Very important, because you don't want that energy coming in and throwing off the harmony between you and your sexual partner. So that's why it's important to see. I actually do protection. So the sexual energy between me and my partner is protected. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what you see. My sexual energy is protected. Okay, so that's why you can see the whoremongers have been at it for over a month and they still ain't got shit. Y'all better protect y'all sexual energy. Even if the sex goes into remission, because I already know what y'all going through. See, I do this for a living. This is why I get paid the big bucks. This is why Jamila is the star. This is why Jamila is the star. Okay? And Scorpio Witch and Outer Banks Witch, we're all stars. Yeah, you know what? And but see, here's the whole thing about it. Protect the sexual energy. It ain't going nowhere. Protect it for real, because and especially when it's kind of like, if you're normally a very orgasmic person and you feel that deep orgasmic energy like all the time, and then all of a sudden, this energy will come through, and it makes me want to put my sexual energy up. I lock it up, and I lock it up, and I will put it away and lock it up with a key. Do you understand me? Okay, and take back whatever sexual energy you think may have been stolen, because you all of a sudden, if something deplorable, if something that's a huge turnoff comes through, and then all of a sudden you're turned off, your man is turned off, the first thing that you're going to think is, damn, did they take the sexual energy right out from underneath us? That's the first thing that you're going to think. And y'all know I'm telling the truth, especially when, and you know what I do? That's why I did that protection jar, that advanced protection jar. It's almost like a safe or something. You keep your sexual energy locked up in a safe. Okay, protected by orbs and angels and shit. And you like, that's okay. And like for me, I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody and you're really close and you're both vibrating very high together, you should keep yourself in this bubble. Keep yourself in a bubble together. So it's like, okay, well, those people are a turn off. It's making me feel sick inside. I have stomach aches and stuff now because it's such a turn off. Maybe you need to release some stuff that they're triggering too. Release it. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like staying in that bubble, love, and keeping that connection going is important, even if you're not having sex, because I feel like what spirit might be saying to you is to refrain from sex for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. I feel like you have to follow your intuition. But I don't know about y'all. Seriously, because y'all don't understand how OCD I am about this too. Sex is very, very sacred for me. It is very sacred for me. And so this is one of the reasons why I don't spread myself around like jelly or syrup, or like a cheap artificial sweetener. I don't do that. When it comes to my sexual energy and love, to me, it's gold, it's honey, it's milk, it's very valuable. It is not something that I'm just gonna, I've never been that way. And nobody had to raise me to be that way either. I came out like that. Even though I've been young and stupid before and I've been taken advantage of, now that I'm a grown, seasoned woman, I know exactly what I want. I'm not confused about nothing. Okay? Yes, because you know what? Especially when, okay, so whoremongering can also, it doesn't mean that, some slut is trying to get your man's attention. It can also mean porn on the internet. So this is also a lot of you ladies that are affected in your relationship by internet porn. Okay? So porn is something that I don't use when it comes to my relationship. If we have to look at porn, then we need to do some breathing exercises or damn it, do some spell work or something, because this is the last thing that I should have to do. What's porn for me is two people in love. That's the energy, and I wouldn't try to steal their energy. I would just be inspired by it. But I'm sorry, I'm not inspired by whoremongering. I'm not inspired by, a lot of different, and everybody expresses their sexuality differently. They do. But when something is not familiar and it's very foreign and it comes in and it's like, ooh, what is going on? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and it's very deep. It's very deep and intimate, and it is related to, in the tarot deck, it's related to the pentacles or the coins. It's related to the pentacles or the coins. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this, and you know what? Outer Banks Witch was actually telling us about this, Scorpio, which was making sure that you're being focused on your protection. And I think that there was something that was in that. Like, she gave us the key when she said that, but we were kind of in a different mindset. But I think that's the truth, actually protecting your sexual energy. Okay, I would even go as, I'm not going to say I'm not going to come up with no rituals or nothing that I don't usually tell all the secrets, but I feel like you should do something, some kind of protection, because that's very, very valuable, especially when you have to miss it. Let's say, for example, you and your lover was not prepared for that negative energy and you were not protected or shielded from it. And you have a really, really nice intimacy, like it's really deep intimacy between you and that person. And then you miss it. You get frustrated. Then when that energy comes in, and then he seems or she seems to have went into the sunken place, but it's usually the man, because the woman is the leader, that she leads typically. I know that for me, I do. Because when I say that, that there's certain things that I don't want to do in my lifestyle, or things that I don't want involved in my personal relationships, that's just what's going down, and I'm not going to have anything different. And it's not allowed to be a part of my sexual energy. It's just, I think that anybody that's just out there, that's why I got so insulted the other day, and went in on that Christian guy that was talking about my vagina. That was very disrespectful, and I had to put up some boundaries. First of all, sir, you shouldn't be worried about my vagina, because my vagina is locked up behind a lock and key and safe, and you have no access to it. That's first of all. Because people will try to use your sexual energy, especially if, because I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm very monogamous, but I'm a very sexual person. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sexual physically or even spiritually with everybody. Like, it's just, it's just something about that. I feel like, and it depends on why you're doing it. Okay, Scorpio witch. Yeah, that why would you do that as a man? And so for me, it's the intimacy that I have with my partner is too precious for you to come in and do that. So I'd rather not have sex at all. If that energy is present, if that energy is there, I'd rather just keep it keep it locked up, because it can be exploited even without you realizing that your sexual energy is being exploited. So that's the reason why many of you guys in your relationships, you'll suffer from a dry spell. Okay, because for me, I am a high priestess, so, and then I'm a Cancer. So I'm a natural high priestess. That's why they made the high priestess the Cancer in the tarot, because it's related to intuition and emotions. And so what high priestesses will do is to protect their sexual energy, which is very sacred to them. They will not have sex at all. They'll go celibate. Y'all notice that? Because I noticed it, and it has a specific program. Okay, lots of sexual partners, empty sex, dead sex, because it's dead inside and it's something missing and something just all wrong. And then we got to talk about having sex with children. This is when I draw the line. Hold on, wait a minute. I am a healthy sexual adult. I am not turned on by little children. I do not have sex with people that are younger than me. This is something that I should not have to take into my consciousness on a daily basis. I shouldn't have to be worrying about the consciousness of a person that is even into that. So it goes even deeper. The rabbit hole can go even deeper. And then you like, oh man, now everybody's stomach is hurting. Now we all feel sick and gassy. That's why I've been fasting, guys. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence for you. And if you notice that energy came in probably around June the 5th was when it came in. About no, I'd have to go back and look because I can reference back. And you and your partner were flowing together like tantric. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, all of a sudden, it kind of plummeted. You know, I mean, the sexual energy and the desire is still there, thank goddess. But it's almost like you have to pull it back. And see, for some of us, our sexual energy is related to our money manifestation. So that's when we'll start to cast spells to, to destroy that energy, seriously. Because some of us, we don't like to manifest I don't ever manifest with stress and strain and, and chaos. And, unless I wanted some energy, if I needed some extra energy, but I would still transmute it, right? And we have all had to function on this planet with a broken Venus. And so spirit wants that fixed. And so that's why you're feeling the way that you're feeling right now. Because it's like if you have a normal, harmonious connection with your partner, and then all of a sudden a slut comes around, and y'all women know that, and then y'all be thinking, oh, he don't love me, he don't want me, he's disgusting. No, stop thinking that way. It's energy. You're being affected negatively by energy. In fact, on the website, I've got both things. I've got the advanced protection jar, as well as the outside influence banisher. It can be difficult. Some of those banishings I have to do with my coven. They can be extremely difficult, especially when that energy, because if you notice, the demon of pedophilia is with it too, because it had to put its input in there. And yeah, there were children. Well, we knew that 5 years ago. We knew 5 years ago that pedophilia exists. Why should we have to allow it to affect us sexually right now? Well, I can tell you why. Probably because there's some work that needs to be done in that area universally, as far as with children being violated. Okay, and they are doing work. Spirit is doing work. I told y'all Mary Kay Letourneau died. She died at the age of 58. Okay, so, that within itself causes death. Pedophilia causes death. It does. Those people don't have longevity or good health. So then when you think about it, if you have to be focused on something so negative that's a turnoff for everybody, especially if you're focused on a negative person, that's a turnoff for everybody. I had to find myself cutting cords and shielding myself and creating loopholes for myself. Because I've had this extremely negative, disgusting, toxic female that just will not let up on my vajayjay. I mean, she be out, and I got a chastity belt. It's a spiritual chastity belt. Protect your sexual energy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm keeping it real because, I've and then that way you can go, okay, we can deal with this, but then at some point we're gonna have to go off into this like secret garden of love so that we can have this very sacred, intense sexual energy between the two of us again. You know what I'm saying? After all that is, because y'all know that earlier this year, if y'all noticed the timeline this year around February, the coronavirus became like the shit with the corona hit the fan this year in 2020. But then little Gabriel, his story came out on Netflix, and you know everybody be watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Netflix, okay? In fact, I'd rather watch Netflix than talk about that disgusting individual for real. But it's got to be talked about. So you just gotta, let that toxicity go ahead and pass through, because it'll pass. This too shall pass, I promise. However, a lot of people begin to slip when it comes to their self-care, and when it comes to taking care of themselves, and when it comes to maybe even the finances and the sexual energy. And so that's when you do have to create that loophole for yourself to go into that space of meditation, because I don't know, sex is different for me. It can be many different things. It's a many splendor things for me. One of them is meditation. I find myself going into an altered meditative state sometimes during sex. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going and banging somebody behind a dumpster. It's much more sacred than that, because I value it. You see what I'm saying? Uh-huh. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly the work that they do, Orion's daughter. They want to pull you away so that your focus can be on ugh, mug, and yuck, and eek. Really? Who's talking about this? This is not something that I wanted to talk about on a hot July night. I kind of wanted to focus on something else altogether, but I will tell you that it could possibly be, that maybe there's some children in danger. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out why but I was talking to Spirit about it, and Spirit is aware of these types of entities, these types of demonically possessed people affecting our sexual energy, which is related to Venus. Because if you notice, Venus is related to your love as well as your money, but then your Jupiter. Y'all need to get into the planetary cleanses and the planetary work. Seriously. I actually do provide that kind of work because I do it for myself. It's a form of high magic. I was trying to figure out what high magic was, and that's what it is, okay? That's one example. So I was able to improve my life. And then even with your children, you can get the planetary cleanses for your children. I noticed that right now, Jacob's room is the messiest in the house. So I'm going to order some white candles. I've got some on the way, actually, because I want to do a planetary cleanse on actually both of my sons, because I've been cleansing them. They get cleansed etherically through us, but their planets is something altogether different. So that's something that, and I'm telling you, it's very real, because there is celestial trash out there lingering around out there. So the universe is actually reflecting back to us. So you guys know that what is above is as above is so below, or as below so as above so below. Okay. Same thing when it comes to some of the other things, not just that. Slavery can interrupt and upset your sexual energy. A lot of people have, worked slavery into the boudoir, but I think that you have to be careful with doing that. Okay, so subjects like slavery, Oh, another thing is police violence can interrupt your sexual energies. Police violence, feeling like you're trapped, feeling like you are a slave, feeling like you are a slave to a system. Okay, feeling like you're a slave to a system that can definitely destroy your sexual energy. I wouldn't let it, but it can, and it has for a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. Orion's daughter, if you notice, everybody was vibrating very high, probably starting, especially around mid-April. And it was very high vibes all the way up until about mid-June. And I saw that energy coming through. I could see it coming around June the 5th or 6th. And it's kind of thrown some people off, and a lot of people, I'm telling you. And a lot of people think that it's Mercury in retrograde, but it's not just Mercury. It's all of the planets, how they're lining up, and what is affecting you energetically, and what you're doing about it. Are you protecting yourself? Are you clearing yourself? Okay, are you working on your partner? Not just doing love spells and bindings, because I've had a lot of people come to me with love spells, needing love work and stuff, and having some issues in the love life. And part of the reason has been energy affecting attachment, energy attachments, something attached to your energy, something that you probably need to cut the cord from so that it can stop feeding off of you energetically. Is it the right thing to just shut down? Hell no. So you got to do your protection and your shielding. So right now, even when you're doing your magic, you can't you can't negate away from anything. Make sure that you are protecting yourself in your salt circles. Make sure that you're putting black salt around your house. Right now, for the past couple of weeks, we should have all been doing protection. Protection of our crown and our root. Okay, which was why it was bad for me to be on here showing my tattoos the other night. But didn't my spirits protect me? So not a lot of people even saw that. Some of the wrong people saw it though. That's okay though. We'll take that energy back. That's what they're doing. It's an energy vampire. You can be somebody that holds sex very sacred, and you can have all of this passion and ecstasy between you and your partner. You don't need to take pills. You just have this really, really, good sexual bond with each other. And then here comes dusty and dry coming up. They trying to suck off of your energy. And then you like, no, I'm gonna recoil. Thank you. I don't want you to have any of my sexual energy. In fact, not only am I gonna recoil, but I'm gonna fight back, and I'm gonna cover myself and my husband. That's what y'all need to be thinking. That's how you ladies need to be thinking. That's how you men need to be thinking. Instead, you know what you do? You give up and you walk away. You say, oh, this is too difficult. What the fuck are you talking about? You mean to tell me that what you have with your partner is not precious enough? You hold on to it. You might as well learn how to protect it. If you hold on to it, you might as well learn how to deal with it and learn how to navigate through it. And this is not just for specific people. This can be universal. Many of you guys' sexual energies are, in fact, being tampered with. Okay, and if you're not understanding the need to protect, and so many of y'all are being abandoned. Okay, some of y'all are being abandoned. And that's really bad. That's when, I don't know, maybe you need to rethink your sexual partner if they keep abandoning you when you need them the most. Because that's when you need each other. When if somebody's, look, If somebody's on the horn all day talking about your penis, your wife's vagina, talking about her titties, her ass, her pussy, her thighs, if that person is doing that, they are trying to feed off of your partner. You need to be able to recognize that and learn how to protect instead of abandoning your partners. So that's where many of y'all Venus is totally broken. Y'all just say, fuck it. I'm too much of a pussy to fight for what's mine, so I'm just gonna fall all into it and fall by the waysides and just let it go. And if it's not worth it, then yeah, let it go. If you feel like the shit ain't worth it to you, then let it go. You know, people have been contacting me though for love spells. So some of y'all that are walking away, people are like, we gotta do some love work because I want this person back, you know. So people that get love spells and stuff, you guys are really blessed. And by the way, guys, my love work is on sale, but I wouldn't suggest my love work goes on sale during the summertime. Every summer, in the wintertime, it goes back up. I would suggest doing the planetary cleanses though as well. Okay. After you've removed hexes successfully, after that is when you want to strictly work on the astrological side of things, and you want to really start paying attention to your planets and what they're doing and how they're reflecting back down here to you and what's reflecting out there too. Okay. Yeah. A lot of women are negatively affected by their slutty friends, their slutty moms, and their slutty sisters. Y'all notice that? How even though you're not a slut, you know, you wouldn't give it up to everybody. You know, you feel that your sexual energy is very sacred. You enjoy sex. You're very healthy in that, but you know, it seems like you're, you know, disgusting. You know, I've seen mothers trying to interfere with their daughter's sexual energy. Is absolutely disgusting. Okay, especially when you get to be in your 30s and 40s and your 50s, your mother should not be creeping around creeping around your vagina trying to plant cobwebs there. She shouldn't be doing that. That's why many of you are dying because your sexual energy is fucked up. That's how they're getting you. Okay, and you've got to learn that you've got to stop thinking that it's just gossip and entertainment, especially when it's something very real that's happening. Okay, in your life or in other people's lives, you got to stop taking it as that and realizing what it is. Stop letting people get away with that. Stop letting people exploit you and use you and take your energy. Now, the Divine Mother, she's not what you think that she is. Many of y'all look at the Divine Mother as sort of like the Virgin Mary. But the Virgin Mary is more of a universal energy of purity. She's a sign of purity when people need to be purified. So that's why people go to the Virgin Mary or Mother Mary and they say, cleanse me of my sins, or either they go to Lakshmi. So I feel like Lakshmi is another embodiment of the Virgin Mary, being purged of your sins so that you can experience the ecstasies of joy. That's what they do. They come around and they steal all of your joy with all of their disease, their uncertainty, their insecurity, you know, all of that. They bring that in. And that's why energetically you shouldn't even be communicating with people like that. But, and if you are communing with people like that, then you need to figure out the deeper meaning why, as to why, and start putting yourself as a priority. You need to start putting yourself as a priority. And what I mean by protecting your sexual energy, I mean protecting to the point where you don't even discuss it. You don't have to explain to anybody except for maybe somebody that's in your life You don't have to explain to nobody. You don't tell nobody. You protect your sexual energy by doing what? By not discussing it. The moment you start explaining and discussing your sexual energy to a jackal, that's when you falling from grace. And God will say, up. And literally there it will be the most, if it is any sexual energy there, it's very painful. It's not the same as when you're with somebody that you're in love with. It's not the same. And y'all know it ain't. It becomes this perversion of what you actually want. And it turns you away from your spiritual path. It does. So this is the reason why I don't commune in my personal life, with people that are out there hanging, swinging from the damn chandeliers. Because I know that energetically those people are going to turn me off. Even hearing about somebody talking about them is a turnoff. It just puts a bad taste in your mouth. And then along with all of the other disgustingness that comes in with it, you've got to, literally what you're taking into your consciousness is uncleanliness, filth. And they filthy as well. Filthy dumpster energy, filth that you don't want around you, that you threw away for a reason, that you cut the cord with for a reason. And now suddenly you have to take this into your consciousness. And then you notice that your stomach starts to turn and you start to get diarrhea. That's something being released. Release it. That's all you got to focus on right now. I feel like right now what a lot of us need to focus on is protection and releasing. Protection and releasing the past. Protection and all of the twin flames, especially. Protection and releasing the past. And you don't discuss your sex life with people. It's none of their business because they want to know. They want you to explain so that they can begin to start feeding again off of your energy. Okay? Right. They'll even try to, people will start to get confused. All of a sudden, people are like, hey, wait a minute, are you like that? You like, no. And then all of a sudden, people begin to have identity problems. This is something that I know is affecting a lot of you women out there. I know it is. I know it is. And it's not good. It's niche skeet. No, for real. Okay? People like that are a turnoff. They're always trying to say that people like me want to have sex with them, but we don't. Not at all. In fact, I don't even want to talk about you. I hate the fact that we are even talking about you. So anyway, I'm a witch. I'm a psychic witch. You guys can contact me if you need some work done. We have a new moon that is coming up, ladies. And so all of this is just going to be cycled out. It's going to be cycled out, That's just all it is to it. Oh, thank you. Is my stuff on? Oh, okay. I thought maybe I had gotten. Okay. Guys, anytime you guys can always go through Etsy. It's all the same. Okay. Oh, okay. Give me a second, y'all. I need to look at the moon phase so I can tell y'all exactly when the new moon is coming up. Well, by the way, we will be at a full moon during Llamas. We have got to cycle this energy out before then. Please, Spirit. Yes, we are. We are in 6 days. We have a new moon in 6 days, and that energy is going to cycle out all of that. All of that, because I've noticed the dark cloud. The sun is going to come back out, y'all. I promise. We have a new moon on July the 20th. Thank the goddess. Make sure that you guys are getting your protection up if you guys want guidance on that. Some of you guys need earth protection. This is the reason why I created my protection jars. I don't know why somebody would be coming over here thumbs and down. Clearly, it's probably somebody that is getting insulted. See, that's why when being on the defense messes you up, because to be honest with you, this can be helpful for everybody, what I'm talking about right now. So you don't have to get insulted, just get smarter. Because I'm not letting nobody mess with my sexual energy. I don't care if it's an interdimensional demon. I don't care if it's my mama. I don't care if it's my daddy. I don't care who it is. Okay, so hold on. 5 people got this pregnancy prediction in their chart. Y'all are funny. Okay, so this right here, guys, this is the advanced witch's bottle for protection, prosperity, peace, and growth. But this is what you would consider earth protection, okay? Because it uses a lot of stones and it uses a lot of stones. It uses a lot of herbs, and then of course roses, which roses vibrate very high. Okay, so this is the reason why in love, you know, when a man really wants to make up for, you know, whatever it is that he's been doing, he'll buy his woman roses, because roses vibrate very high and they tend to transmute that energy. Okay, so you may want to make some offerings to Aphrodite. I know that I am today. I've got an order coming in today, which I've got some fresh roses that are on their way. And you can top the jar off with roses too. You can actually open up the jar, put fresh roses in it, because they'll start to dry up, and you want to put fresh roses in it. Okay. And this one is advanced because it uses your DNA. Okay. And then another one that I was going to show you up. I don't have the planetary cleanses on here yet. I haven't put them on there. I'll put them on there a little bit later, and then we'll talk about planetary cleanses. Let me stop sharing screen. Okay, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for those of you that hit the thumbs up. I appreciate the support. It seems like you're here because you know, you're really trying to get the knowledge. And you guys can also reach me privately by visiting my Etsy or Cashapp. I will tell you that I have about 6 people that are in line that are scheduled for readings, because I always keep my Venus popping no matter what is going on. Do y'all understand me? I keep it popping. Okay. And, you know, we're going to be doing some transmutation jars as well. Okay, you know, transmutation jars as well, because, you know, no matter what, no, you got to have your stuff tight no matter what. If that dark energy moves in, your shit just can't start going downhill. And for you to stay in that energy, for you to stay in that energetically, because of people that are a sexual turnoff. Who else do you have to blame but yourself if you're not doing anything about it? I know that for me, if I feel I can tell that my sexual energy is being tampered with certain things, and I go to action really quickly. Okay, especially when it comes to certain attachments. Okay, these are demonic entities that are coming to feed off of you. Yes, sometimes they will use the image of other people, and it seems like to me those people don't really know anything about real sex or real love, do they? They don't seem to know much about that. Not even on a personal level, just because of the way that they're talking. Well, you know what, Orion's daughter, you can't necessarily, that's a good thing that you brought that up. You can't necessarily just get ghosts from your partner. You can't necessarily just get ghosts like that because they're your lover. You can't just run away if they are negatively affected by something that's a turnoff. Is it always the best thing to just run away? No, it's not. And I noticed how negative they were being yesterday when I put up a video for an advertisement. It literally was a money attraction video that I put up for my business. And literally, people were upset about it. Let me show y'all the video. They were really upset about this video. They were thumbsing it down. It was like, my goodness, what's got your panties in a bunch, honey? Because my panties are fine. They got upset because of this video, y'all. Put a bunch of thumbs down on it. Hold on, let me show y'all. You know why? Because last night I was vibrating. I'm always vibrating very high, no matter what anybody else is doing. Hold on, where's the video at? Here it is. Look at all them thumbs down. So if you notice, it's a Lakshmi incantation in the back. So this was purely for money manifestation. And you can see that I opened up a portal. So I got two portals. I got an 11 and a 2-0. So their hatred got converted into prosperity. This was done. This video was put up to get clients to Cashapp me, because that is, what else am I supposed to do to make my money? Am I supposed to sit over here and hide behind a camera and say kumbaya? But they were over here thumbsing it down. Why? Because they could see that shmoney coming. So if you notice, it wasn't because I'm sexy all the time, honey. I was feeling really good last night. I was enjoying my little oasis in my bedroom because I have it, decorated to my liking so far. I've got a few things I want to get. But yeah, they got upset about this video. Literally they were trying to block my prosperity, which means that they were, messing around with my Venus or probably my Jupiter. Why? I don't understand what the need is for that, but this energy will be used. See all the energy they threw at me yesterday? Thank you. You opened up a portal. But yeah, they got mad about this video. That's all I did, y'all. And it looks like I'm wearing a smoky eye, but I'm not. That's because I used a filter, but I will show you guys the original. The original doesn't look so much different. That's all I did. That's literally all I did, and it irritated them. It pissed them off. And it's probably because their sexual energy is thrown off. Well, mine isn't. That's why I was on here, twerking the other night, because I'm still horny, regardless if the Borg moved in with all their turn off. I successfully transmuted that energy. Sorry, you're not going to stop my flow and my harmony. You're not going to stop my flow and my peace and my tranquility and my serenity. So that's why they got mad, because they was like, damn, she looks so serene. Let me show y'all the original. I'm going to show y'all the original of that video. Didn't look much different, but my makeup sort of looked different because I used a, like one of those dreamy filters. Hold on a second. That's how I looked. My skin still looks amazing. I'm about to ovulate, so that's what really makes them come even harder. So I'm going to re-upload this video. Okay, here we go. You guys can always cash at me at $Psychic Jamila. Jamila, how do you do it? I've been throwing up in my mouth for the past couple of weeks. Somehow I feel that this is your fault. How did you manage to conjure up all this sexual energy, you know, with all of this going on in the world? Well, because that's why those people come around you. They come around to distract you so that you can go away from your spiritual path, which has to do with sex as well. Why should I go backward and regress just because, you know, this person is still confused? You hear what I'm saying? That's their problem. Why should that be my problem? I'm still sexy. I'm still a flower. I'm blossoming. I'm about to ovulate in a few days. Am I supposed to be upset or have my panties in a bunch because somebody else is a turn off? That's how you can tell somebody might be doing some work on you. You better take heed. Because I saw that work coming 3 weeks ago. I sent that work back. That's why I did that buried in exilium ventus jar. Okay? See, they can do what they want to do to you, but it's not going to affect you. Your sexual energy is still going to be there for you to use for your purpose. And if they're able to change the dynamic of your sexual energy, then something is wrong. Because those people are not only a turn off, but they're turned down, and they're not good for money manifestation at all. It's a struggle right there. So, you know, when I put up videos like that, it pisses the demon off. Hold on, I'm going to show you the original to that video. I didn't look any different. Hold on a second, but I want to show y'all real quick. Because I did one, it just was a little bit darker, you know, when you're putting things up. Actually, the original looks better than the video that I put up. Hold on a second, guys. I'm about to show it to y'all. This is the original with no filter. I was just standing in front of my cherry blossom tree. Excuse me for preserving my sexual energy. I'm not going to sit up here and give it to a demon because that's what it wants. See, they already thumbs it down. Y'all see that? Contact High Priestess Jamila for love, money, and attraction spells. You see that? So the demon came around because it thought that it would mess with my sexual energy, but it didn't. It ain't even got no views yet, and this person already thumbs him down. That person is mad because it's clear. It's so crystal clear that that person cannot steal or take anything. Look. Same as it ever was. So that's the original without the filter. I did slow down the video. I was just standing in front of it was a good lighting area so you could really see my, you know, skin complexion and, you know. Okay. Because probably, you know, the person that's upset about it is not glowing like that. I know I'm glowing because I'm about to, first of all, I got that glow because I do yoga, I drink green goddess smoothies, and then also I'm about to ovulate. And that, I guess this must be a person that's not glowing. They probably look half dead, probably very unhealthy, live a very lascivious, very high, having too much sex with too many people, and they don't look like that because they're being drained by their demon and everybody else's demon, and they mad because I got protection. Hello. Okay. Now, just this video alone has attracted about 10 clients to me just since I put it up. So here we got another portal open. See how that negativity just opens up portals? Okay. So excuse me for feeling good about myself. That's called self-esteem. That's why I'm able to look in the mirror and smile at myself. That's called self-love. Well, you know what? I've been celibate the past few days, Orion's daughter. I've been getting it with myself. I've been over here loving myself. I haven't had sex with anybody. I've been celibate for probably like maybe 3 or 4 days, I think. Been very celibate. But celibate with other people, not celibate with myself. I've been over here making love to myself. Hello? Hello? So, you got to be able to get romantic with yourself and say, oh, okay, well, paint your toenails, you know. Okay, y'all. So if y'all need to reach me for love, money, attraction, work, this is what I do on a daily basis. I vibrate very high no matter what somebody else is doing. Okay? Don't judge me based upon nobody. I am me. It seems like a lot of people have a hard time deciphering who is who. They can't tell people apart these days. So, they'll come around with their intent, but you're not doing anything over here. I will see y'all later. Love and light. Hit that thumbs up again. I appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, we winning. We winning always. Okay? You guys can visit the link below to the website. You can visit my Etsy. Okay, or you can cash at me at $Psychic Jamila. And I will see y'all later. Okay? This is not the one that I like. This actually isn't the one. There is one. So guys, that's basically what I do. I get paid to meditate for people. Not just to meditate. There are times when I do have to battle demons. Mainly the demon of poverty. It's so destitute. Okay, but this is what we got over here. We got that feng shui going on over here. We money magnets over here, baby. I will see y'all later. I love you guys. Right. All right. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.